Good morning to all. I am Subarani, Assistant Professor, Immanuel Arasar College of Education, Nattalam. Today, we are studying about M.Ed first year paper, Planning and Administration of Elementary Education. Today's topic is Institutional Planning. Institutional Planning. Institutional planning makes it possible to involve teachers, parents, and even students in the planning process. Institutional level planning of educational institutions provides adequate scope for initiative, creativity, freedom, and experimentation by the teachers as well as by the head of the institutions. The institutional planning makes it possible to involve teachers, parents, and even students in the planning process. The definition of institutional planning. Institutional planning is program of development and improvement prepared by an educational institution on the basis of its felt needs and the resources available with a view to improving the school program and school practices. It is based on the principle of optimum utilization of the resources available in the school and the community. The definition is given by M.B. Butch. The definition of institutional planning is a program of development and improvement prepared by an educational institution on the basis of its felt needs and the resources available with a view to improving the school program and school practices. It is based on the principle optimum utilization. Then optimum utilization means of resources management utilizes all the physical and human resources productively. Optimum utilization means resources management utilizes all the physical and human resources productively. The Indian Education Commission 1964 to 66 opines or suggests that every educational institution can do a great deal more through better planning and hard work to improve the quality of education with the existing resources. The Indian Education Commission 1964 to 66 suggests that every educational institution can do a great deal more through better planning and hard work to improve the quality of education. Okay. Next, important characteristics of institutional planning. In 1968, Butch identified the characteristics of institutional planning. First one is need-based. It is based on the felt needs of the staff of the institution and could incorporate needs in the area of institutional organization, curricular and co-curricular programs, support services, etc. So, first one is need-based. It is based on the felt needs of the staff of the institution and could incorporate needs in the area of institutional organization, curricular and co-curricular programs, support services. Then second one is strengthening human efforts. Second one is strengthening human efforts. An institutional plan makes purposeful and deliberate efforts to enhance and augment human efforts by utilization of faculties, imagination, creativity, initiative and inspiration. The strengthening human efforts means the institutional plan makes purposeful and deliberate efforts to enhance the utilization of faculties, imagination, creativity, initiativity and inspiration. Okay. Then third one is specificity. Third characteristic is specificity. Every school and college has its own image and individual personality which is emphasized when planning for development and improvement as well as allocating resources and boosting potentials. Thus, every institution needs to have its own unique specific plan. So, specificity means thus every institution needs to have own unique and specific plan. Okay. Then goal-orientedness. An institutional plan is directed towards pursuing the national goal of attaining excellence with equity. This requires continuous improving and developing an institution by fixing higher goals each time. Okay, then goal orientedness means an institutional plan is directed towards pursuing the national goal of attaining excellence with equity. This requires continuous improving and developing an institution by fixing higher goals each time. Then fifth one is optimum utilization. It is a major criterion is it to utilize human, financial and other non-material resources in a way which facilitates maximum benefits with minimum negative consequences. The optimum utilization is the main characteristics. It is a major criterion is to utilize human, financial and other non-material resources. Okay. Then sixth one is flexibility. The national and state level plans are rigid in nature due to the top-down approach adopted and bureaucratic implementation. On the other hand, an institutional plan is flexible and open to modification as demanded by situation. Okay, the sixth point is flexibility. An institutional plan is flexible and open to modification as demanded by situations. Then seventh one is dual focus. Each institutional plan has two distinct focal points. First one is improvement, which is based on the human efforts. Then second one is development necessitating support and assistance of the management, community and the government. So dual focus means each institutional plan has two focal points. First one is improvement, which is based on human efforts. Then second one is development necessitating support and assistance of the management, community and the government. Then eighth point is improved motivation. Through its successful implementation with visible output, it enhances motivation among students, teachers, management and the community, creates enthusiasm and a sense of commitment and affiliation in this group. So, improved motivation through its successful implementation with visible output, it enhances motivation among students, teachers and management and the community. Okay, the ninth point is cooperative endeavor. Ninth point is cooperative endeavor. It is prepared by close participation and involvement of teachers, parents, students, principal and the management in the planning process. So the planning process involves the participation, close participation and involvement of teachers, parents, students and principal and the management. Okay. Then 10th point is democratic preparation. 10th point is democratic preparation. Its planning and implementation involve the entire stakeholder who share their opinions, ideas and ideologies, thus enhancing their sense of dignities and worthies. So democratic preparation is the planning and implementation involves entire stakeholder who share their opinions, ideas and ideologies, thus enhancing their sense of dignity and worthiness. Then 11th point is duration of plans. An institutional plan can of a long-term duration. So the institutional plan has a long-term duration, 10 to 15 years, or it could be of 5-year duration coinciding with the national or state 5-year plan. So the duration of plan in institutional is a long-term duration, 10 to 15 years, or could be to 5 years duration coinciding with the national or state 5 years plans. Okay. Then 12th point is relation with state and national plan. An institutional plan should be prepared within the state level and national level educational plans and need to reflect the national policy on education. However, the institutional plan can be prepared in the spirit of educational plans, but still the institution can have the freedom to modify, change, add or reject them. So, relation with the state and national plan means the institutional plan should be prepared within the state level and national level education plan and need to reflect the national policy on education. The institutional plans can be prepared in the spirit of education plans. Still the institution can have the freedom to modify, change, add or reject them. Then last point is community support. Last point is community support. Community involvement in institutional planning is a precondition and an absolute necessity as it ensures community support in implementation of the plan and helps in the building a rapport between the institution and the community. So the main characteristics is First one is need based, then second one is strengthening human efforts, third one is specificity, fourth goal orientedness, then fifth one is optimum utilization, sixth one is flexibility, seventh dual focus, then eighth one is improved motivation, then ninth one is cooperative endeavor, 10th democratic preparation, 11th duration of plans, then 12th one is relation with state and national plans, then last one is community support, 13th one is community support. Okay students, then next topic is objectives of institutional planning. Objectives of institutional planning. The first point is to provide equality of opportunity to all the peoples to get education, to all the people to study education, to give to provide equality opportunity of students or peoples. Then second point is to bring an accord between the development of an institution and national level planning. The second point is to bring the development of institution and national level planning. The third one is to have all round development and improvement of the school. So third one is the development or the improvement of the school. Fourth one is to make education productive, so that with education will come economic riches. Then the next point is to make provision for utilization of adequate available manpower of the institution. The next point is to make education available to even the poorest of the situation, to make the education to give in poorest of the situations, to provide an opportunity to me local community, school staff, students and teachers to join hands in improving the institution. The next point is to provide realistic and concrete ideas to the institutional planning. So that are the objectives of the institutional planning. First point is equality opportunity of all the pupils, then bring between the development of the institution and national level planning, then all around development and improvement of the school, to make education productivity, then to make provision for utilization of adequate available manpower of utilization, to make education available to even the poorest of the citizen, to provide an opportunity to me the local community, then to provide realistic and concrete ideas to the institutional planning. So okay students, today we studied definition of the meanings of institutional planning and the definition of institutional planning, and the important characteristics of institutional planning, that is 13 characteristics of institutional planning, and the objectives of the institutional planning. Okay students, thank you.